guy. Okay, yeah, please. Let's start. Okay, good. And in this week, we are learning about the heuristics. Okay, we are still learning about the bias and the heuristics, and the bias is something, and the heuristics is a shortcut. Under a certain circumstances or under a certain pressure, okay, we don't have time and we don't have a capability, we don't have a sufficient capability to think. Our brain is totally limited. You know that you didn't see the gorilla, invisible gorilla. When we focus on something, when we use our attention, attention is one of the most scarce resource we can have. Okay, so then when we focus, when we invest our attention to a certain event or a certain task, okay, and then we cannot calculate, we cannot capture, we cannot sense another something. Okay, that's a selective perception. Like that, we may have a limited resource to think, and that drives us to have a selective perception, and that make us to make a decision under a certain pressure. In short, that's we call heuristics. Okay, and we learned about the heuristics like this: selective perception, invisible gorilla, and the halo effect. Do you remember the halo effect? Hey, hello. Okay. Yeah, why we dress up? Why we business guys? We wear the suit. Okay, because we want to make a good first impression. That's the heuristics. When our client, when our partners, and when our investors will see us at the first time, and that they will evaluate us in short by using a very simplified image. However, is it easy to change the first impression? No. More than 70% of first impression, that never changes, whatever we want. Really. So, absolutely, we wear a suit to make a good first impression. That's the reason why we business problem solvers, we wear the business suit. We call that a uniform, business uniform. That's the reason why you can see a lot of the business professors wear the suit, while many English teachers never take the suit. Okay? That's our norm. That's working. And there is a contrast effect, and there is a stereotyping. Why we do not have sufficient number of the woman CEO, and the female engineers, and the female something. That's a stereotype probably. And the self-fulfilling prophecy was a Pygmalion effect. Okay, and characterizes the fact that the people's expectations determine their behavior. Okay, that means people is becoming a certain people as they believe. If you say, I will be the best of the best of something, okay, you will become a best of the best expert. However, whenever you say, I am stupid, I am not good at, I will be failing, then you will become failing. Okay? Expectations become reality. That's a self-fulfilling prophecy. You say something and that is coming true. Absolutely. So say something positive. Even though there is no reason, you must say positive things, because that help, that energize you to become a positive one. Any reason? No. However, we are human beings. We have a heuristics. If somebody says so, okay, whatever. So maybe you cannot believe in yourself. And what will happen if somebody believe in you? Your father, your mother, whether myself as a teacher, okay? And no matter what, okay, so you do not believe in yeah, I'm not a dragon, I'm a frog. I'm not good at math. I'm not good at the data analysis. I'm not good at the statistics. I'm not good at the numbers. But how about if somebody believe in you? You have a great potential. Don't worry. You need some effort, and you someday you will be the genius. You believe in yourself, and then you will fulfill somebody's positive prophecy because you can believe in yourself. Expectations becomes reality. So please think about yourself. You are a dragon. I'm a dragon, not a frog. I'm a dragon. I can fly. Can you do that? If you cannot believe in yourself, you can believe in myself. You can believe in your teacher. Because I believe so. Most of you are dragons. Yeah. Can you believe? I am a, you got a dragon. Because your teacher says so. Ellen, absolutely, you are a dragon. Yeah. Any frog? No. You're not a frog. You're a dragon. Okay? If you cannot believe in yourself, okay, please come to me. I will torture you to make you to have a face. I love the torture. You have a face. You are a dragon. I will do that. I love to do that. Don't worry. Please come. I will torture you. I will make you believe. Anyway, okay, so shall we go forward? Okay, so heuristics. This is what we have learned in last class. And today, we will talk about it, what will happen if we have a bias and the heuristics in business. Okay, and before going to that, okay, so I'd better to share a few number of the not a solutions, but however, a few number of the comments to avoid the unnecessary bias and the heuristics in business deal making. Okay, and first one is please focus on goals. Okay, don't think about it the process. Don't think about it those daily routines or some bad things happening in the normal day. No, please. Think about it, the big picture. Think about your destiny. Think about your goals. Okay, and that's everything is every daily work is happening. Sometimes good, sometimes bad. Don't make it internalize. You just go to forward to achieve your goal. That's all. Okay, trivial things, let them go. Okay, and the second recommendation is look for the information that this confirms your belief. Okay, so face, belief, okay? That is emotional action. That is emotional. Face, belief, feeling. That's an emotion, not a brain function. Okay, so you'd better to have your time that you calculate by using your brain. Even though you cannot believe in yourself, that's emotion, okay? You'd better to seek for the counter evidence that this confirms your belief. Okay? Please use your brain. Absolutely. You are using your heart. Use your heart is one thing. However, you must be able to use your brain as well. You have a heart. I know you have your heart. However, we have another organ. We have our brain. We have our brain. We must use both. We must use both. And however, people usually use only one, especially that many people just use only heart, feeling, okay, when they want to make a mistake. Okay, emotion. However, we have a brain. Please, let's try to use our brain. Okay, good. And don't try to create the meaning of the random event. Random event. Okay, random is random. Okay, happening is a happening. Okay, don't give a meaning on that random event. Okay, many times it can happen. And if you make a mistake, if you made a mistake, if you make a mistake and you got a bad something, okay, and the bad consequences you got, okay, then you will attribute. You can attribute to something, your failure, to random something. Because I wear a red t-shirt, because I wear a blue underwear, because I took that exam on the Wednesday, because I had a bad luck on a street, I failed. Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay, I already explained. We frequently overestimate ourselves and underestimate the others, and vice versa. So don't make any meaning to the random event. Random is random. It happens. It can happen. Any reason? No reason. Why happen? I don't know. It just happened. Happening is a happening. Let go. Happening is happening. Let go. And move forward. Please. Yeah, for example, okay, so you apply the graduate school. As soon, yeah, you will apply for the graduate schools. Okay, and then, yeah, okay, you applied at the 12 graduate schools, graduate programs. And you will dean letters. You will get a lot of dean letters, the rejection letters. Unfortunately, we have no chance to accept that. That totally sucks. I know. And I applied the 15 PhD program. I applied for the 15 PhD graduate program to Harvard, MIT, or Wharton, or something. Okay, and then how many dean letters I got? 14. So whenever I got the dean letter, I internalized myself. Because I was stupid. I am totally stupid. And my GRE score or the GMAT score is too low. And I am not fit with that program. And I didn't graduate the best school. So I am not deserved to get an acceptance letter from those good schools. Yeah. But yeah, I got an acceptance letter from the University of Illinois, whatever. Okay, and then when I come to the best of the best, one of the best of the best graduate school program, and I got to know, it's random. It's totally random. Okay, and they invite somebody, and they invite the graduate program. Is many times it's random. It's random. Any reason? There are a few number of the something, but however, in my personal, from my personal experiences, and I worked as what is the admission committee many years. However, from my experiences, it depends. It depends on the committee. It depends on the admission committee. And some years and only 1 year, and then we just focus on, we just give attention. That's the problem of the attention. In a certain year, we give more attention to recruit the most intelligent students. And another year, next year, we just give more attention to the social engagement. And next year, we give more attention to the creating the community issue. Okay, and next year, we give more attention to the disability. Every year and every time. And every individuals, and they have a different attention. And many times, it's random. Many times it's random. However, there is a limitation. There is a limitation. There's a minimum requirement. Minimum requirement. Okay, like a GPA or the TOEFL score or GRE score. Okay, GRE, GMAT score, GRE score. Okay, that's the minimum requirement. But however, if that applicants meet the minimum requirement, everybody is same. And then next time, and then we just have a choice of the random, and it depends. It depends on the policy. It depends on the mood. It depends on the personal differences. Really. So then, do I need to internalize that I got a dean letter from a good school? No. That's random. That's random. It's a problem of the fit. At that time, one day and at that the admission committee, they choose somebody because they feel they are good. Don't internalize. Because I am stupid? No, don't do that. You don't need to do that. Okay, so don't be depressed. Don't be depressed about some bad consequences. But that many times it's random. Don't internalize that. And the final suggestion: increase your option. Absolutely, absolutely. That's good, but that's not easy. Okay, that's a general recommendation in order to avoid unnecessary bias and the heuristics in business making. Whatever, that's good. And why bias and the heuristics matter in business? Because one of the most typical problem that works in the business is that when we make a mega deals of the M&A, do you know the merger and acquisition? Okay, merger and acquisition. We buy business. We buy business. Do you know that M&A? Do you know M&A? Do you know that we can buy a business to start a business? Yeah, absolutely. However, can you guess what is the success ratio of the M&A? If you buy a business, what is the percent of you make a success when you buy a new business? Can you guess? In general. Probably you've heard a lot. Okay, so a Chinese company bought a very big American company or a very big European company, very big Japanese company, something. For example, do you know that the Lenovo? Lenovo. Somebody used that the Lenovo computer. Lenovo. Do you know that? How they start their laptop or the computer business. Lenovo is a Chinese company, right? Nobody? Okay. So Lenovo, how the Lenovo start their own the computer business? Lenovo was a very small company, and one day they become one of the largest personal computer company in the world. And I think that the Lenovo is the largest computer, the laptop and the laptop and the computer company, personal computer company now. How they do that? They bought IBM PC. That's the M&A. Throughout the M&A, and the Lenovo could start their own the PC hardware business. And AlphaGo. So do you know the do you know the AlphaGo, the artificial intelligence? Okay. So who owns the AlphaGo? Who is the owner of the AlphaGo? Yeah, absolutely Google. But how Google started artificial intelligence? They bought it. They buy the business. That they make a M&A. They merge it, the AlphaGo company that was established by a few number of the English guys. That was established in London. And then someday Google come to the AlphaGo and they suggest a deal, and then they made a deal, and then Google bought the AlphaGo. And do you know the YouTube? And who owns the YouTube? Who is the owner of the YouTube? Google. Okay. Do you know the Google started the YouTube? No. YouTube was founded the two guys, and actually the YouTube is not a part of the Google, and they have no connections. But however, how the Google started their YouTube business? They bought it. They buy it. They buy. How? M&A. So if you want to enter a new business, one of the best way is to buy something. Who is now working at there? So M&A is one of the most important business problem solving techniques in business. If you want to start a new thing, absolutely, you'd better to buy one thing. This is the motivation of the M&A. M&A is one of the most important function in business making. Okay, why? Why we make a M&A? If you want to enter a new product or market quickly, like Google, if the Google want to start come to the video content creation, the business, okay, they just simply buy YouTube. Gain access to the complementary skills and the resources. Why Google bought at the AlphaGo? Because they want to start their artificial intelligence. And they simply buy the AlphaGo, and especially AlphaGo engineers. They bought, buying a business means that you buy a human capital. So what are they doing? AlphaGo still have a core engineers who developed the AlphaGo, and they are continuing. And the Google is simply utilize them. Really. And many of the businesses, they want to exercise the economy of scale. Do you know the economy of scale? The bigger, the better. Do you know that? Economy of scale? Because we can compensate and we can distribute the cost a lot. Because if the business is getting bigger, okay, we can distribute our cost, and then we can gain more the cost leadership. Okay, so then in that, we need to grow fast. We need to grow quickly. Then we better to buy a business. What is a good business model of that? Okay, Whole Food. Do you know the Whole Food? Do you know the Amazon.com? Amazon. Okay, Amazon.com bought a Whole Food last year. Why? Because they want to enter to the fresh food or the fresh vegetable industry. And then absolutely combining with that the Amazon's supply chains and the Amazon's fresh food industry, and the Whole Food becomes one of the largest channels to distribute that fresh food. And imitating or replicating those strategies. And last year, probably the Taobao started fresh food distribution, fresh food or fresh vegetable, fresh food industry. And they bought a fresh food supplier especially near to Hangzhou. And then they started a new business throughout buying that business. Okay, so in order to secure the economy of scale, we want to make us bigger. Then we do the M&A and reshape the portfolio structure through the product and the service consolidation. Absolutely. What is a good example? Computer, no. Yeah, IBM. And traditionally, IBM sold the computer hardware. However, that business doesn't going well. Okay, so they sold out. They sold out the computer hardware businesses to the Lenovo. Then, IBM needed to change their product portfolio. Then, what do you think that what's the business of the IBM? What's the business model of the IBM? What do you think? What's the IBM business model now? IBM is a good company or a bad company? They are flourishing or they are now dying? Do you know that? Do you know IBM? Oh, I must ask first. Blues, do you know IBM? Vicky, Casey, do you know IBM? What are their business? What are their business? What's their business now? How they make money? What's their business model? What are they doing? And how they make money? How the IBM make money now? Anybody know what's the IBM business model? Anybody don't know. Okay, and yeah, long story short, IBM is a solution provider. What kinds of solution? Financial solution, financial transaction solution. For example, banking. So probably, I guess, and from my friends who is working at the IBM, and from my intel, and then so the Bank of China, ICBC, and then a few number of the large banks of the China, and what kinds of system they are using. For banking. If you want to transfer your money from China to US, and if you want to get money from the US to China, if you want to make a transaction from the Beijing to Shanghai, from Shanghai to Wenzhou, and Wenzhou to Hangzhou, and if you want to buy something, and how can that kinds of the banking or the financial transaction made? Do we use our hand or do we use our computer? Hand or computer? Absolutely. Most reliable computer network. Then IBM is a backbone provider. Computer, network, banking system. So IBM is a standard of the computer, networking, and banking system. They are management. Financial management, okay, financial service management solution provider. IBM is the largest financial service management solution provider. Almost the 50 or the 60% of all the banks in the world, they are using the IBM backbone. Really. So if IBM cut anything, okay, so the world will be stopped anything. IBM is one of the largest financial service management solution provider. Even though they don't have any computer hardware, it's not a matter. They can buy whatever they want, and then they provided the one turnkey solution to make a system better. How they become like that? They bought a lot of the consulting industry, consulting firms, and they bought a lot of the technology firms, and then technology firms, and they bought a lot of the network firms, network companies, and they bought a lot of the financial service providers to provide the turnkey business. If somebody needs something, okay, the IBM comes and they provided the whole service, one-stop service. Really? So more than 60% of the Chinese banks are using the IBM service because that's a global standard. But anybody don't know. Do you know that the Bank of China uses IBM? What will happen if the IBM screwed up the Bank of China? All the transactions of the China will be shut down. Yeah, that's riskier. But however, yeah, we don't have any other option because that's almost a monopoly. Throughout IBM's M&A, sequential M&A, they sell the hardware. But however, they bought a lot of the software or the consulting industry. That's how they reshape their portfolio, business portfolio, throughout a lot of sequential M&A. So M&A is one of the most important and one of the most strategic movement to make a business. However, what is the success ratio of M&A? Can you guess? If you buy one company and is it successful to synergize that company with your company, what is the success ratio? 50. Okay, maybe that's lower. 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 A little bit higher. little bit. Yeah, okay, thank you. 15%. Okay, so that means more than 85% is failing. 85% of M&A fail. Okay. Let's see this example. Okay, give me a second. The application. See. Yeah. Can you see this? Can you hear this? Work. This is a 10 disastrous M&A in the human business history since around the 30 years. Just to see a few cases. Can you see this? Can you hear this?
1 + 1 almost equaled 0. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 most disastrous mergers in business history.
I did it with as much or more excitement and enthusiasm as I did on that night when I first made love some 42 years ago.
For this list, we only considered mergers where the two parties were more or less of equal size, or where the deal was at least billed as a merger of rough equals. That means we excluded acquisitions where a much larger company acquired a smaller company. Number 10, Excite and At Home. With their shared VC firm, Kleiner Perkins, concerned about increasing competition, the high-speed cable internet services of the At Home network were combined with Excite's popular search engine in the hopes of attracting millions of subscribers. The resulting $6.7 billion Excite at Home deal was one of history's biggest mergers involving two internet companies. But the NASDAQ's systematic meltdown and the culture clash between Excite's .com bubble and At Home's more corporate and conservative cable business ultimately led to its demise. Number 9, New York Central and Pennsylvania Railroads. This unlikely merger of two rival railroad companies was their attempt to remain relevant alongside the booming auto industry. Though Penn Central became one of the United States' biggest corporations, the company couldn't survive inflation, internal conflicts, bad management, and massive cost-cutting. A promised $200 million government loan never materialized, and in 1970, Penn Central filed for the biggest corporate bankruptcy to that point. Number 8, Kmart and Sears. It was businessman and investor Edward Lampert who united the struggling department store chain with the struggling discount store chain. Unfortunately, both Sears and Kmart continued to fail as Sears Holdings.
It's not that the retailer per se is weak, but if you have the greatest store and it's not near where the customers are, that's a problem.
With the subsequent recession uncovering problems like poor investment and shrinking revenues. To make matters worse, the higher prices of the company's goods increased its irrelevance against retail giants like Walmart. Number 7, Alcatel and Lucent. To keep up with the ever-growing telecommunications industry,
maybe I'd better to make it short. Give me a second.
Merger of the
Number 1, Aol and Time Warner. It's been called the worst merger ever and the single biggest mistake in corporate history.
The merger of the number one internet company with the number one media company will bring together the best of both worlds.
After Time Warner merged its old school print media with AOL's new school digital content for $164 billion, the dot-com bubble burst. Add AOL's reliance on dial-up internet in an increasingly high-speed industry, and AOL Time Warner was reporting a $99 billion loss in 2002. A rapidly declining stock price and millions in lost jobs and subscribers forced Time Warner to spin AOL off into an independent company 7 years later. Do you agree with our list? Which do you think was the most disastrous merger ever? Be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com for more entertaining top 10s.
Okay, good. That's a few number of the examples of the disastrous, the M&A deal in the human history. Yeah. Okay. Good. Let's see. And yeah, let's see the bias. Okay. Okay. I want to review something. Good. And then, yeah, there is a deal. The worst disastrous, worst deal, M&A deal in the human history is the AOL and the Time Warner. So far. And however, we will have another disastrous deal. But however, so far in our human history, the M&A deal between the American Online and the Time Warner was the worst M&A deal. And why? That is the deal size is $160 billion. $160 billion. Can you guess how big is that? It's really big. Okay. And however, soon, yeah, within the 2 or 3 years, that $164 billion disappeared. That was bugged. That gone. And they are both failed. America Online totally failed, and they disappeared. Have you ever heard about America Online now? No. And do you see the Time Warner? No. They are totally failed. And at that time, the 1 + 1, okay, was becoming totally 0. It happens in the business world. If we fail in M&A, it happens. So why M&A fails? Why M&A fails? There are a lot of reasons. There are a lot of reasons. There are a lot of the business reasons. There are a few number of the capital reasons. Okay, but Harvard, I can tell mainly that failed M&A deal come from the human error. Why we made a mistake? Why people made a mistake? Because we are totally hooked and we are totally haunted by bias and heuristics. Really, we fail if we are obsessed by the bias and the heuristics. Let's see. You learned about the bias and the heuristics. For example, overconfidence bias. And the America Online and the Time Warner, and the Time, especially for the Time Warner side, they are overconfident. They overestimate themselves, and that we can buy the Aol and we can make a synergize something. On the other hand, America Online, they are overconfident that we are the world best we are the world best online service provider, and the online or the computer world, IT industry will grow. But what happened? IT bubble was busted. They knew that, but they ignored that because they overconfident. We can make. And absolutely, there is an anchoring bias, and there is a confirmation bias, and there is availability bias. Time Warner overpriced at the America Online because that's only possible to the accessible to the America Online, the most recent data. Escalation of commitment. Time Warner had a few number of chances. They avoid that deal. But how about they just keep going? They just keep going because they believe, okay, we should make this deal. We never stop. Our choice never get wrong. I don't want to be a loser. Randomness error, absolutely. And then the risk aversion, they didn't think about this kind of things. Okay, hindsight bias, whatever. Okay, that's our bias. And the America Online and the Time Warner, they had those kind of bias. Also, they have heuristics. Yeah, where is that? Heuristics. They ignore many signals. They shouldn't make that deal because they are obsessed by the, okay, we should make a deal. 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 And then they ignored another signals. No, don't do that. Okay, so the IT bubble will burst. That will not happen. For selective perception. And absolutely hollow effect. America Online was the largest company in the IT world at that time, but how about so what? Okay, and the contrasting effect sometimes, and the stereotyping. The Time Warner is old-fashioned, and the Aol is a new something. And the Time Warner must buy the new something to be more fashionable. That's the stereotyping. Okay. Absolutely, and the self-fulfilling prophecy. So, if we are not free from our bias and the heuristics, we make a mistake, and we ignore something important. Then what happened? We burning dollars, huge amount of money. It happens. And more than 85% of the M&A deals are failing. You are not an exception. You are not an exception. We are not an exception. But how about everybody believe this deal must be successful? I am committing. Absolutely, because I am doing. I am overconfident. I saw those kind of the M&A deals a lot, and that's totally becoming the disaster. And do you know that higher? Do you know the higher? And do you know that the higher is buying the G home appliances? Higher is buying the G home appliances. What is happening? Higher is going good or going bad? Do you know that the higher is buying the G home appliances? Really? Please check out. Please check out. And before last year, when higher bought at the G home appliances, the situation was not bad. But however, now we have a coronavirus. So the higher is making a good making a good operation by using the G home appliances. I don't think so, but it happens. And why? Higher wanted to buy G home appliances. Why? Can you guess why higher wanted to buy the G home appliances function? And the G home appliance is totally negative. That didn't make any money. When you buy the G home appliances, you must have a good planning to recover those kind of business model. And higher can do that. They believe that. But what's happening? And then why higher wanted to buy the G home appliances? Do you know who invented the refrigerator? Who made a commercial success in refrigerator? What else? Microwave. What else? Laundry machine, and the air conditioner. And what else? And the home cooker, oven, micro oven, and yeah, refrigerator, yeah, something like that. Do you know who made those kind of the first commercial success? G home appliances. Because that is made by the Thomas Edison. Do you know Thomas Edison? Who invented those kind of the commercial success? Thomas Edison. And do you know that where the Edison was raised and where he started his business? That's related with us. That's related with us. Give me a second. Okay. Can you see this map? Let's see. Can you see this map? And this map is Edison City. Where? New Jersey. Edison City in New Jersey. Okay. Let's see. That's Edison City, and then can you see? Yeah, get that. Can you see? Yeah, in here. Okay. Yeah, here. In here. So that is the New York airport, and here. Can you see this? Okay. Can you see this? Barnes and Noble at Kean University. And then it takes only 10 minutes from our campus to the Edison City. Okay. Okay, good. So Edison was raised in the New Jersey and near to our campus. And then Edison established his company in Edison City. And that is becoming the GE Home Appliances. And then at there, he developed tons of thousands of home appliances machines like a laundry machine, air conditioner, electric something, and the bulb, a lot of things. So GE is the father of all home appliances, like a refrigerator, microwave, micro oven, bulb, and tons of thousands. They have a prestigious brand power. So Haier wanted to buy their brand power. Then by using the prestigious brand power, and Haier wanted to become the world's largest home appliances company. And do you know which company is the largest home appliances company in the world now? The world's largest home appliances company? Can you guess what is the largest home appliances company in the world now? No higher, not yet. Just guess. Maybe you're familiar with this. Samsung is the world's largest home appliances company in the world now. And the Haier want to win over the Samsung. How? They want to utilize that brand power to win over the largest competitor. Does it make sense? Absolutely, it makes sense. Is it working? No. Their M&A is successful? I don't know. So far, not positive. Okay? And there must be the Haier may be blinded in evaluating the GE home appliances. And even though that the Chinese company that Haier wanted to buy the prestigious brand name, they must give more attention to evaluating the GE in the US. And the GE home appliances is totally bankrupt in the US. And they may have a lot of debt, that hidden debt. And the Haier ignore that because they focus on buying their brand. And then they overconfident in their capability of the financing. Because we are the largest, we want to become the largest Chinese something. Okay, so we can source our money. But no. They overestimated themselves. And they underestimate the GE debt. It happens. So, recently, okay, that's somewhat old, around 20 years ago, and the M&A failures is 61% and unknown is 16%, okay. However, in more recent years, more than 83% of M&A failed in recent years, according to the KPMG study in the 2014. And the ratio of the success M&A is getting smaller and smaller and smaller. Because we are now experiencing a very quickly changing business environment. And who gains that M&A? Acquiring company or the acquired company? Absolutely, acquired company gets more benefit. However, why do we want to buy a new something? Because of this. And when we want to estimate this, when we want to expect this, we are not free from the bias and the heuristics. Then, if we ignore our bias and the heuristics, we will lose our money. Absolutely, we will lose our money. 1 plus 1 becomes 0. We can see this kind of the awkward equation a lot in business world. Why? Because we fail in managing our bias and heuristics. We fail in ourselves. We fail in self-management. Really? Really? Okay. Good. This is that. The winners will tend to overpay, and they might win this battle but lose their war. Don't do that. We do that. And what is the consequences of the M&A deal? Is becoming the oligarchy or monopoly. Whatever. A small bias in the heuristics and decision making draws a big difference. The invisible gorilla make a failure of the M&A. And then you will burn your dollars. You will burn your money. It happens a lot in the business. Absolutely. Why M&A fail? Over-optimistic. Appraisal of the market potential, overestimated of synergy, overbidding due to the pressure to the close to the deal. Commitment of the escalation. Okay? And the ineffective use of the outside advisor. We want to see whatever we want to hear. We want to see. We can see whatever we want to see. And poor post-acquisition integration, whatever. These are all related with our heuristics and bias. So we must be able to manage our bias and the heuristics. Okay, got it? Whatever. Okay, so that is M&A. That is a consequences when we fail in managing our bias and the heuristics. Okay, so far any question? Edison City. Edison City. Okay, so that's not far from our campus. Okay, good. And I want to say something more about it next week. Okay, next week we will do some very interesting thing. Okay, so I need your help. I need your help. And I send, I share the file. I share the file. And before coming to next week, next Monday, okay, can you please complete this DISC personality profile test? This one. I share that at the WeChat. Okay, please do that. And then in here, so please follow this guide. Please follow this guide. And then please mark what is the most and what is least. One most and one least. Choose one. Okay, and complete this. Complete this. Then in the second page, okay, so please count this and then please mark your numbers and calculate your numbers in here. Okay, and probably no. Okay, so that is fine. And then please mark here and mark here. What is the most and what is the least? DISC. Then please mark in here DISC the most and DISC the least. Okay, so please, you must have your number in here. Okay, can you do it? Then we will play with the DISC. We will play with the DISC. And this is the purpose of this conducting the personality test is that we want to talk about it, the personal difference. Personal difference. Okay. So next week we will talk about it, the personal differences. Why people think differently. Why people behave like that. Why I cannot persuade my mom. Why my father abused me. Why my friends, why my roommate behave awkwardly. Okay, we try to understand that. Okay, so then, to do that, I need your help. Please complete DISC personality test and bring your number, then we will do something and then we will go forward to understand about our personal difference. Okay, can you do it before? Okay, until next Monday. Okay, please do that. And if possible, please invite another your friend, your mom, or your father, or your acquaintance. Okay, then together, one, you complete one, and you complete another, two. Okay, so you are yours one, and your acquaintance one, another. Okay, and that will help you to complete your assignment next week. And then if you want to know somebody, okay, please invite her, invite him, then do something. Okay, and if you have a boyfriend or girlfriend, that will be the best pair. Well, if you want to understand your mom, okay, please invite her and please complete that. Okay, that will be fun. That will be fun. Okay, good. And any question? Any question? Oh yeah, this must be done in the class, and that will be fun. This is one of the most interesting part in the OB course. I want online. Whatever. Okay, let's try. Let's try. Okay, please complete your DISC personality profile, and then we will talk about it. So then I will see you next Monday. Can I see you next Monday? Tail. Okay, bye. Bye, Ellen. I will see you. Randy, bye. Okay, Session, bye. Vicky, bye. Yeah, please complete your personality test. That will be fun. Belinda, bye.